Hi, Lexi. It's Grammy here. Oh, I miss you so much. How have you been? What? Did you say you been good? Did you did you say you missed me too? Oh, you're such a sweetie pie. Are you excited about Halloween? You know you're going how trick or treating, aren't you? Where you dress up and go get some candy and go to people's houses and have lots of fun? Well, I wish I could see you when you're all dressed up, but I don't think Grammy can see you. But I'll wait, and you get to hear another story. I got a new book today, and it's called Duck, Duck, Moose. Have you heard of that? Duck, Duck, Moose? No, silly. It's supposed to be Duck, Duck, Goose, isn't it? So, Grammy will read this story to you, and you'll have to share it with Brinley if you see her, okay? So, we'll get started. Duck, Duck, Moose. One spring morning, a family of ducks took a waddle by the river. They wanted some breakfast, but while looking for berries, they found a surprise. What do you think the surprise was? A baby moose was nestled in the bushes. See, here's all the little ducks going for a walk. And over here, this is where they found the baby moose. Isn't he cute? The baby moose opened his left eye. He opened his right eye. He took a good long look at the ducks, and then he opened his mouth and he said, "Mama!" That sounds like you, Lexi, crying for Mama. And from that moment on, the duck family included one shaggy brown moose. Can you see him? He's opening his eyes, and here's where he's crying, "Mama!" He's a silly moose, isn't he? The moose loved his family. They taught him how to quack, quack. They taught him how to waddle back and forth and back and forth. Mooses don't quack. Look at that. He's quacking. And mooses don't waddle their butts. Look at that silly moose. And they taught him how to dive in the pond for fish eggs and algae. All spring and all summer, they played in the wetlands. They sang musical numbers. Silly. Look at there. They're teaching him how to swim, and they're teaching him how to sing songs. They wrote silly moosages in the riverbank, and they spent many hours playing their favorite games. Goosey says, "Mallard, may I?" Here they are swimming, and here they are playing goosey games. That's a pretty silly moose. We call him Goosey Moose. And Red Rover. Here he is playing another game. Then one day the wind turned cold. Crunchy golden leaves fell from the trees. That's kind of like it is right now. It's fall outside and all the leaves are falling down. You should see Grammy's yard. It's just full of leaves. And Grammy picked them all up, and guess what? They came back. Silly leaves. It was time for the duck family to fly to the south for the winter. But they had one big problem. Moose couldn't fly. So they came up with a terrific plan. The ducks would fly and the moose would walk, following behind him. Look at there. The moose is trying to fly, and he can't. So the ducks are going to fly, and the moose is going to walk. Well, it turns out that the ducks can fly much faster than a moose can walk. Soon the moose had to jog to keep up with his family. Then he had to run, and then he had to full out sprint just to keep them in sight. Here he is walking, and pretty soon there he is running. He's trying to keep up with his family of gooses, and he can't. Friendly animals tried to talk to Moose as he ran, but he wouldn't stop. He'd just say, quackity quack quack, and he kept on running. The bird watchers, the hunters, the zoologists soon noticed that the sprinting moose, what a sight! They launched studies and wrote papers and held meetings. Look at that. Here he is running and quackity quack, and here's all the people just amazed at how fast that moose is running. Squirrels and ferrets and other woodland critters dropped in to hitch a ride on the moose's antlers as he ran. The moose didn't seem to mind. He wasn't long before the national media learned all about the duck chasing the moose. The duck chasing moose. They even put a picture of Moose on the 10 o'clock news. Look at that. He's running, and he's got animals sitting on his antlers. And here he is on the news. That silly Moose. Day in and day out, Moose kept up with his family. As he ran, he got warmer and warmer. Finally, he arrived to the balmy south. The duck family was so happy to be together again. They quacked and waddled and flapped, and then they threw a big party. Look at that. Here he's just trying to keep up. And finally they arrived down south. I bet the moose is really tired. Everyone enjoys Moose's favorite dessert, chocolate mousse. And the ducks all gave Moose a nice relaxing massage to soothe all his aches and pains. Look at that silly goose laying on the beach drinking a chocolate mousse. And here he is getting massages, or moussages. And children everywhere, inspired by the moose's famous duck-chasing journey, started playing a brand new party game. Maybe you've heard of it. Duck, duck, moose. Here he is playing duck, duck, moose. I don't think that's the way it's supposed to go. And that's the end of the story about the silly baby moose and the duck family. Wasn't that funny? Grammy will have to read this to you again. So what else is new? Have you been going to school? What? You have? Do you like school? You got lots of friends? That's fun. I bet you're learning all kinds of things. And Brindley talks about you all the time. Grammy can't wait to see you, but I'll just have to wait. And Daddy says you liked your new blanket on your bed. Can't wait till you use it. And let me think, what else? Oh, there's just so many things I can't wait to talk to you about. Well, Grammy has to go now because Papa's supper's almost ready. So I hope you enjoy your story. I'll see you next time. Bye, Lexi. Grammy and Papa love you.